Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, for some days I was trying to post some verses from Quran and try to give some scientific explanation on those. Actually, it is a little hard for me to write, I feel very much comfortable to talk, and that's why I recorded this version, and I am uploading it in SoundCloud. All you have to do, you have to press the button and listen. Okay, thank you. Today I'm gonna say a few words on Surah Baqarah, verse 29. That is from chapter 2, verse number 29. Dear Allah said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Huwa allazi khalaqa lakum ma fil ard. Zamiyan summa stawa ila samai. فَسَوَّاهُنَّ سَبْعَ سَمَاوَاتٍ وَهُوَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ. It is He who has created for you all things that are on earth. Then He turned to heaven and made them into 7 firmaments, and of all things He has perfect knowledge. Well, here firmament means the vault or arc of the sky or skyline. The first part of this verse, which is of great significance to mankind in general and Muslims in particular, has a number of important implications. Well, firstly, this verse implies the supremacy and special role of man, for whom all things on earth have been created. Secondly, since Allah has stated in this verse that all things on earth have been created for man, it is indeed obvious that none of these things are useless, that is, without any benefit for man. And thirdly, since Allah and Allah alone has created all things on earth for man, each of these things should be utilized by man with profound gratefulness to him. And for such utilization, man must gain systematic knowledge. It is very much important. If you want to be a very good Muslim, you must be educated. Unless otherwise, you won't be able to keep your iman intact. And that is why it is stress on systematic knowledge about them, what has been revealed by Allah, and acquire the necessary scientific and technological know-how. Well, the verse accords a special status to man, who has been designated elsewhere in the Quran as the viceroy of Allah. This is a very good status, a very high-profile status for the human being, that he has been appointed as the viceroy of Allah. If man has to act as the viceroy of Allah, he must have all things at his service. His physical, intellectual, and spiritual satisfaction must be achieved through the proper use of these things, which comprise living and non-living matter with a host of varieties, that is, with different hues and colors, taste and textures, forms and figures. This verse clearly indicates that everything on earth has utility for man. Incidentally, the modern ecologists are making us believe in the usefulness of all that exists around us, so that we can live in harmony with the symphonies of nature. That everything existing on earth has some benefit for man is now being increasingly realized and appreciated. I shouldn't say by all, because there are a number of peoples who are still atheists and they just want to ignore it just for the sake of it. Anyway, that is not our subject. Allah asked us to observe Him, observe His creation, and understand Him through His creation. Then this meaning of the verse receives additional support from some later verses in the Holy Quran, wherein Allah declares clearly that nothing has been created for nothing. Then the present verse should act as an eye-opener for the Muslim Ummah who possess natural resources of various kinds of knowledge, not only in technology, but in different fields of knowledge. In the Quran, in this verse where Allah said, "Then he turned to heaven and made them into 7 firmaments, and of all things he had perfect knowledge," is very significant to understand, In this part of the verse, it is stated that Allah directed his attention to the creation of the sky. Well, previously it was supposed that the sky is a solid dome hung over the earth, and in this dome are fixed the sun, moon, stars, planets, and other celestial bodies. But this early picture of the solid dome has not been scientifically substantiated. The celestial bodies are not fixed in any dome, but they are whirling in space. So the creation of the sky here means creation of the celestial sphere with all the celestial bodies contained in it. That is the universe. Well, astronomers have found it convenient to divide space into 7 encompassing regions. They divided it into 7 regions. Now let's see the 7 regions. What are the 7 regions? First region contains the sun and terrestrial planets, that is Mercury, Venus, and Earth. The radius of this spherical region is 8 light minutes. What is light minute? The light minute is the distance light travels in a vacuum in 1 minute. In 1 minute. It is approximately 18 million kilometers. Well, the second region contains the solar system, including the outer planets, that is Mars, Jupiter, asteroids, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The radius of this spherical region is again 5 light hours. The third region contains some 20 near neighbors of the sun. 20 near neighbors of the sun, mind it. The radius of this spherical region is 20 light years. Now again, what is light year? It is the distance that light travels in a vacuum in 1 year. Wow, can you imagine? It will be 5.88 trillion miles or 9.46 trillion kilometers. 1 light year means 5.88 trillion miles. Okay, the fourth region contains the Milky Way galaxy. Previously, what? It was thought to be the entire universe. How modern they were. Anyway, it was thought that the Milky Way is the universe. But you know, about 100 million such galaxies have been detected so far. So, the Milky Way is not the universe. Our Milky Way galaxy is a gravitationally bound rotating congregation of about 100 billion stars. Our Milky Way galaxy containing what? 100 billion stars. And what is the radius? The radius of this spherical region is 50,000 light years. Now go and calculate it. Fifth region contains some 20 loosely bound cluster of neighboring galaxies. This is known as local group of galaxies. The radius of this spherical region is 2 million light years. Sixth region contains cluster of local group of galaxies. This is known as the local supercluster. It is the largest of the celestial formation. Enormous volumes of relatively empty space have been found between superclusters. The radius of this spherical region is 75 million light years. Here we go. Now come to the seventh region. The seventh region is the limit of the known universe. The known universe. Those were the unknown universe. Well, it contains all superclusters of galaxies. It also contains quasars. The most curious of all, what? The celestial bodies spread out in all directions at great distances, detected up to, guess what? The great distance detected up to 20 billion light years and beyond. It may be more. Number 7 thus seems to be mysteriously connected with the universe. Now again, there are 7 categories of celestial objects. What are those objects? The first, stars, second, planets, third, satellites, 4, comets, 5, nebulae, 6, galaxies, 7, quasars. Hey, are you listening? I think some of you are listening. Anyway, again, there are 7 types of stars. Oh my God. These are brown dwarf stars, second, main sequence stars, third, red giant stars, 4, pulsating stars, and is white dwarf stars. And the sixth, I forgot it, neutron stars. And the 7 is black holes. The 7th one is black holes. So the universe is not uniformly dense. It is not uniformly dense. Because why? As is required in continuous creation theory. It is due to the requirement of continuous creation theory. It is seen that density of the first region containing the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and the Earth is about 1.4 gram per cubic centimeter. Yeah. Whereas the density of the fourth layer containing neutron stars and black holes is more than 1014 gram per cubic centimeter. Yeah. Thus the regions have some distinctive features in densities, isn't it? So this is all about, you see. Allah has made all the skies complete with celestial bodies, stars, planets, satellites, comet, nebula, galaxies, and quasars within a comprehensive, grand design. Grandmaster, our Lord. So this is all about today. Thank you everybody for listening my blah blah. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.